Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another English lesson here on the channel where I have the opportunity to help you with your English comprehension, improve your vocabulary, and of course, your fluency. I primarily do that through stories, and on today's lesson, I have an intermediate read and repeat story. So I am going to read through today's story at a slow pace, help you to pronounce some key vocabulary and explain certain phrases. And then we will read through today's story at a fast pace, and be sure to hang around until the end because I have I believe 3 or 4 question quiz to test your comprehension. Now, today's story is at the intermediate level, so be sure to pay attention and also take some time to check out some of my other lessons. I have placed links to those playlists down in the description of today's story or lesson. So I hope you're ready for a little bit of learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's lesson. Joshua felt a mix of excitement and nerves as he opened his laptop to book airplane tickets online for the first time. Okay. Now, before I read and repeat, can you spot the compound words? Compound words are 2 words in one. I see 3. Laptop, airplane, and online. These are 2 words in one. Okay, let's read and repeat. Joshua felt a mix of excitement and nerves as he opened his laptop to book airplane tickets online for the first time. Now, I can remember a time whenever you wanted to book airline tickets, you either had to call the airline directly at an 800 number, which is a toll-free number here in this country. So it would be like 1-800 or 1855 or 1866. And you would order your airline tickets that way. I also remember during that time that if you did not want to call the airline directly, you could go through a travel agent. And a travel agent is a person who would make your travel arrangements for you. Boy, have the times changed. Now, excuse me, you can just go online and do it yourself. Let's continue to read before I talk more about the story. His brother Andrew had been living in Paris for 3 years, and Joshua couldn't wait to visit him. His brother Andrew, as we read and repeat, had been living in Paris for 3 years. And Joshua couldn't wait to visit him. Now, of course, to visit someone means to pay someone, to go see someone. I was going to say to pay someone a visit, but to visit someone means to go see someone, to check on them, to go spend time with them, to visit. I went to visit my sister, mother, and cousins yesterday. And we went to a Japanese restaurant, And I think I took one picture of the cook making our food. And I think, yeah, I got it right here. I'll place it on my Instagram page. So I'll put that one picture there. I didn't take many pictures because I was trying to enjoy the food and the company of my family. As he navigated the airline's website, Joshua found himself overwhelmed by numerous options. Let's read and repeat. As he navigated the airline's website, Joshua found himself overwhelmed by the numerous options. So it sounds like it was Joshua's first time making a purchase online, and it was somewhat confusing to him. Notice the sentence says he was overwhelmed. So when you're overwhelmed, it's as if a lot of things are coming at you at one time and you're not sure how to handle it properly. You are consumed, okay? Overwhelmed. Sometimes you can get overwhelmed in a conversation, on a job. When something is just too big for you, you feel like you're drowning, okay? You're overwhelmed, okay? It's just a lot on you. And of course, when you're online, there can be a lot of different things that come your way that you're not familiar with. Different options, buttons, and things that you can press. So I can only imagine how Joshua felt. I remember years ago when I used to mail my bills in. I would write a check, put them in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and mail it to the creditor. And I was a little bit of apprehensive to start paying my bills online. But once I started doing it, I felt less overwhelmed. Okay. So now I am comfortable with paying bills online. And I can remember, like I said, when I first started, it was just too much to handle. He carefully entered his travel dates, double-checked each detail to avoid mistakes. Let's read again. He carefully entered his travel dates, double-checking each detail to avoid mistakes. Okay, so to double check, so to do a task, then to go back and make sure you did the task correctly. Okay, he double checked. Okay, so double check the numbers or double check the information that I gave you before you sign it, you might say. Double check. To review. That's a better way. To review something. Double check. I'm looking for my keys. Let me go back in the house and double check my jacket. So let me look in my jacket again to see if my keys are there. The choice of seats and extra services seemed endless, making the process feel even more complicated. Okay, let's read and repeat. The choice of seats and extra services seemed endless, making the process feel even more complicated. So, of course, something that is complicated is difficult. And when a task seems endless or something is endless, it's without end. You feel as if, oh my goodness, there's so many options. What am I going to do? The list is endless. It goes on forever. Okay. After much deliberation. So deliberation has to do with thought, or when you consider something or you think about it. Okay. After much deliberation, so after much thinking, after much pondering, he selected his preferences or his choices and proceeded or continued to move forward. So you may be in a line and they say, please proceed forward. So he continued to move on to the payment section. Let's read and repeat. After much deliberation, he selected his preferences, and proceeded to the payment section. Now that's a lot. Proceeded to the payment section. So that's probably where you have to enter your credit card or debit card information, your name, your address. He proceeded to the payment section. Sometimes we call that the checkout. Okay. His heart pounded as he entered his credit card information and clicked the confirm button. Let's read and repeat. His heart pounded as he entered his credit card information and clicked the confirm button. So confirm button, the OK button, the part that you say, you know what, this is correct. A wave of relief washed over him when the confirmation email appeared in his inbox. Let's read and repeat. A wave of relief. So he felt good. Washed over him when the confirmation email appeared in his inbox. So a confirmation email, for those who don't know, is simply a letter stating what you agreed to. So you agreed to fly on a particular flight at a particular time, and you agreed to pay this amount. A confirmation letter or email. Joshua pictured himself strolling through the streets of Paris with Andrew, eager to explore the city's iconic landmarks. Let's read and repeat. Joshua pictured himself strolling through the streets of Paris with Andrew, eager to explore the city's iconic landmarks. Now, Paris is one place that I have never been, and I hope to go there before I die. You know, we call events that you want to do before you die, we call that a bucket list. So Paris is on my bucket list. It's something that I want to do with my wife before we leave Earth. So it's on my bucket list. Okay. I'm trying to think, what are some of the landmarks or popular destinations in Paris. Of course, you have the Eiffel Tower. I forgot about that. The Cathedral of Notre Dame or Notre Dame. You have, what else is in Paris? I just want to go to Paris. I want to buy some Italian shoes. I want to get some custom Italian shoes in Paris. So if you're a student in Europe, let me know, is it as beautiful as the pictures I see on the internet? It looks quite pleasant and enjoyable. This trip promised to be an unforgettable adventure and a chance to create lasting memories with his brother. Let's read and repeat. This trip promised to be an unforgettable adventure and a chance to create lasting memories with his brother. Yeah, that sounds like that's really fun, to where you will be able to spend time with someone in a distant country, seeing things that you've never seen, doing things that you've never done, trying food that you've never had. That is definitely exciting. But in order to get there to another country, like Joshua, you will have to book a flight online. Now, some places you could actually go, you could take it by boat, but I am not one of those type people. I would rather fly or drive. So now that I've read through slowly, allowed you to repeat, and I've reviewed some vocabulary words, let's read through at a faster pace, nonstop, and then answer a few quiz questions. Joshua felt a mix of excitement and nerves as he opened his laptop to book airplane tickets online for the first time. His brother Andrew had been living in Paris for 3 years, and Joshua couldn't wait to visit him. As he navigated the airline's website, Joshua found himself overwhelmed by the numerous options. He carefully entered his travel dates, double-checking each detail to avoid mistakes. The choice of seats and extra services seemed endless, making the process feel even more complicated. After much deliberation, he selected his preferences and proceeded to the payment section. His heart pounded as he entered his credit card information and clicked the confirm button. A wave of relief washed over him when the confirmation email appeared in his inbox. Joshua pictured himself strolling through the streets of Paris with Andrew, eager to explore the city's iconic landmarks. This trip promised to be an unforgettable adventure and a chance to create lasting memories with his brother. That's awesome. Now, let's see if you can answer these few quiz questions properly to test your comprehension. Number 1, where does Andrew live? Where does Andrew live? He's been there, I believe, for 3 years. Where is that? Question number 2. How did Joshua feel as he was booking his airline tickets or airplane tickets online for the first time, and why? How did he feel? Let me know the answer down in the comment section. And number 3, what challenges did Joshua face while navigating the airline's website, and how did he overcome them? Okay, so I've made these questions a little bit more challenging at the intermediate level. Let's see if you can answer all 3 of these correctly down in the comments section. Well, that's going to do it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Be sure to go by the website and check out my Instagram channel or page, and I will post that picture that I spoke about in today's lesson. Also, on my website, you will find other links that you can use for resources to help you to improve your English, such as you can schedule a one-on-one tutoring session with me. You can sign up for free English tools, and you can join my other channel, Parlay with Jay, where I have fun conversations about random topics, and I try to do one every day, if not at least every other day. And so make sure you go and check that out, and I know it will help you to improve your English. Well, with that being said, once again, thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to watch the video again to familiarize yourself with some key words and phrases, and make sure you practice them throughout the week to improve your English. Well, I hope you join me on my next lesson. Have a great day, and I hope to see you then. Have a great day.